All right, hey guys, it's been a long time. I know there's not many people on this channel, it's okay, but just dealing with a lot of stuff, and with COVID and everything else, it's just been really hard. So I've got some time off finally from work, and I'm gonna try to get 3 or 4 videos popped out here, and then over the next week or two edit them and then get them on here. So first one is going to be on a product. I'm not going to say what everybody else says online. It's a company called NutSac, so I'm not going to say what everybody else says. But great little EDC bags, and there's a caveat to it, and I kind of thought this might be helpful to people if you're looking for. Okay, it's a man purse, but as you get to be my age, you get older, you don't really care what people think. So there was a time in my life where, man purse, carry a back. No, I'm carrying a backpack. The problem is you don't want to carry a backpack everywhere. And if you don't need that much stuff, especially summertime like this, you just need to carry a few extra items that you don't want to have to stuff in your shorts pockets. It's perfect for that. So I'm going to turn this around. You're going to be basically looking over my shoulder, and I'll show you a few things about this bag. Okay, let's get started. All right, so we got this guy. Nice little bag. You can see it's distressed slightly, and that's only because that's the way it's sort of supposed to be. This one is the TacSac 11, so it's 11-inch, and you got this little leather, and there's a little post in there that you can to keep it kind of more secure. I usually only let it sit like this because it's got magnets, so that when you close it, it doesn't just flop open. You got to kind of pull it to get it to open. Good thing about this, there's a lot of reviews on this, so I'm going to go over this very quick because it's not the main idea. So you basically have 4 zippers. So you got it here, so you can zip it like you would normally zip something and pull it out and open it. You can also, when it's closed even, you can come in here, zip up, and be able to get inside there. Now, I got to tell you, I haven't used that very much. It hasn't been that big of a deal. If you're concealed carry, yeah, it's probably a big deal. I don't conceal carry with it, so I'm on body only, but you can see that it's and then the other thing about it, you can see here, it's got MOLLE in it. Only the TacSacs have that, so they have a, there's your logo, by the way. But only the TacSacs have that. They have a Satchel 11 that doesn't have the leather piece here. It's just the magnets, and it's just got 2 zippers to open it up, and there's no MOLLE inside. So the MOLLE's convenient. This also has 2 pockets on the inside, here and here. Again, very helpful. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was, so I got that for a specific purpose. I didn't get it for this purpose. I got it for carrying, but I ended up getting an iPad 11 Pro. So this is the case that I carry if I'm not, if I'm walking around with it. So it's, if I'm carrying it in this or trying to, or carrying in another bag. I have a backpack. I carry this every day to work with me. It's in this. So it's covered. There's a screen cover on it as well, but it's covered up. The difference is, if you look at that carefully, you see this area. So here's the edge of and then you got all this area here. That's so you can put an Apple Pencil in there if you've got one. I mainly had it for the cover, to keep it as covered as possible. So I've also got this as a quickly. This is basically the size of the whatever the thickness of the latex is, the rubber, is all the bigger it is than the actual device. And I have this on if I'm kicking around the house. If I'm in the house, got it sitting on the coffee table, pick it up to look at something, whatever, it's in this. When I'm traveling anywhere, when I take it outside the house, it's in this. So one of the things I realized, so it's 11-inch. I had this already. It's a perfect 11-inch iPad Pro. It's going to fit in here. So when you have it in that, it fits and you can zip it up, but it's really tight in there. If you've got it in just this, it works. You can get it in there, but you got a lot more room. So again, this iPad's not in here obviously, but you can tell a lot more room than with it in this. So it works, you can do it, but it is right up to the edge. Whereas with the other one, you know, you had a good inch, almost half an inch, 3/4 of an inch there, extra space. So it works, but one of the things I would suggest is that if you were going to get, if you have an iPad 11 Pro, and so iPad Air, 10.9 inch, probably fine. The standard iPad, 10.5 inch, definitely no problem. But if you've got the 11, you might consider popping up to the TacSac 13, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, because I don't end up carrying this as much because there's just not quite as much room. So, and the 13 is a little, I think it's like a half inch or even a full inch wider at the bottom here. You know, it's wider this way, the width at the bottom. So you'll have a little bit more room and you'll be able to carry more stuff. The other thing to mention about the NutSacs, one thing you want to try to do, carry water, okay? A bottle of water will fit in there. You're not fitting the iPad in there. You're not fitting much else in if you stick a bottle or two of water in there. It's just not going to work because they take the thickness of the bottle. So you got a flat one of these guys. These are great. It's a flask, plastic flask. You can find them BPA free. Yeah, you find them all day on Amazon for 10 to 15 bucks. This is perfect. It's not quite a full 16.9 ounce bottle of water. It's not quite. You will fill it all the way up, and you'll have a little tiny bit in the bottom of your bottle. You finish that off. But in an emergency, you don't have any water. You're starting to get really thirsty. You need some water. Bada boom. This perfect fits right in here. Doesn't take up all that much room. Not as much room as the iPad for sure. So you got plenty of room for it. Unfortunately, it won't sit straight up. You got to put it down. And then with the Molly that's in there, the other thing that I've got is this pouch, standard Molly pouch. Got it on either Amazon or eBay for cheap. And the main thing for that is a pair of charging cables. And I'm not going to pull it all out, but there's a battery, a power bank. And that's the main use for that thing. And it's perfect for that. Keeps them, you can use the pockets, but and I don't have everything that I normally have in this because I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple. So I don't have everything. The other good thing, you got a zipper front. Again, you may have the zipper front on the regular satchel, but I'm pretty sure you do not have. There's a little pocket in the back here. This pocket doesn't Velcro closed or anything. And you can also see you got one strip of Molly at the top here. So it really works out well. But this is a great little bag. They're pricey, but they're good. It's cotton canvas, wax canvas, excuse me. Nice strap with a pad on it for your shoulder. I ended up using this a lot more, especially this time of year in the summertime. I use it a lot more than I ever thought I would. So it's really great for that. So I just wanted to point a couple things out real quick. The main idea was with the iPad, be careful if you get the 12.9 inch, you definitely have to have the TacSac 13 or the Satchel 13. But even with the iPad 11 Pro, it fits, but depending on the type of case you have, it might be pretty tight, and it might end up taking up enough room that you'll wish you had the bigger one, and I do. I'm going to keep this one so that and usually what I do is I have it ready to go, and if I need it, I'm running out, my wife wants to go shopping or whatever, I want to make sure I got some stuff with me, bada boom, I take this with me, and then I grab it, go, I can charge my cell phone up, I have the flask of water, I usually do that right as I'm getting ready to take it, and good to go. Everything else is usually in here, and it's ready to go. But if I was going to carry the iPad and all the other stuff, I would want the TacSac 13 for sure. So I just wanted to point that out and show that to you guys real quick. I've had this for, I don't know, almost a year, 6 months or so, and I really like it. I got another bag, a sling bag from 511 that I'm going to show as well. I'm going to do that here and probably talk about the iPad as well. All right, thanks guys. Really appreciate taking the chance to take a look at this.